Hello, I'm Teacher Robin. Welcome to another live streaming class. If this is your first time to join us, let me explain how the classes work. Today, we're going to talk about the difference between the verbs say and tell, as well as some phrasal verbs for communication. If you have a question during the class, you can write your question in the comments, and I'll look at all of your comments at the end of the class. And if you want to watch any of our previous classes, you can go to our Facebook page to the video section and you can find them all there. So you can watch them again. You can share them on your own Facebook page, or you can tag someone you think might want to watch the video as well. So remember that if you're just starting to watch the classes, you have lots and lots of older ones that you can catch up on with us. Okay, so let's start by talking about the difference between say and tell. Many students ask about this because they are very similar, but it's important to know when to use one or the other. So we're going to look at that now. Okay, when do we use say? Okay, in English, we say something to someone. Okay, so the verb say does not need to be followed by a personal pronoun. So you don't say, you say me. No, you say something to me. Okay, and it's also used with direct speech. So whenever you see a quote, quotation marks, this is normally followed before or after by the verb say. Okay, when do we use the verb tell? In English, we tell someone something. Okay, so you do need a personal pronoun after the verb tell. And with tell, some common things that we use with tell are you tell a story, you tell the truth, you tell a lie, you tell the time, or you tell a joke. You tell someone a joke. So these are some of the most common uses with the verb tell. Okay, so now let's see some examples with both say and tell. Okay, so for example, what did you say? Okay, so if you want to ask someone to repeat, you can say, what did you say? Tom told me a funny story yesterday. So here you have the personal pronoun told who? Me. Okay, here we have a quotation. Laura said, wait here, I'll be right back. So whenever you have these quotation marks, you have to use the verb say. So in this case, it's in the past tense, said. But with quotations, the say can go either before, like Laura said, wait here, I'll be right back, or it can also go after. For example, wait here, I'll be right back, Laura said. Okay, so remember, this can go either before or after the direct quote. And one more example, I'm going to tell you a joke. Okay, so as I mentioned before, when we're talking about jokes or stories, we use the verb to tell. Okay, now let's look at some different phrasal verbs that we use in English for communication. Okay, I'm going to teach you the phrasal verb and we're going to look at some examples. So remember that phrasal verbs are made up of a verb and a preposition that go together to form one verb. Okay, so in English, to speak up. Okay, this means to say your opinion about something that you feel is wrong. So for example, Susan knew the information presented was wrong, so she had to speak up and correct it. So this might happen in a meeting or when you're talking with your friends. If you know something is not correct, you have to speak up. Hey, this is not correct. This is wrong. Okay, let's see another phrasal verb for communication, to spell out. Okay, if you spell something out, you explain it in detail. Okay, to spell can also mean to use the alphabet. For example, I can spell my name, but this is more figurative. So if you explain something in detail, you spell it out for someone. Okay, for example, it's important for you to understand the new regulations. So I'm going to spell them out for you. So that means I'm going to tell you in detail everything that you need to know. Okay, to bring up. If you bring something up, it means you mention it in conversation, in a meeting, etc. So for example, I'm going to bring up a pay rise with my boss in our next meeting. So that means you're going to make sure that you talk about it. You're going to introduce it into the conversation as you're talking with someone. In this case, it would be your boss. Okay, to point out is to bring attention to something. So if you want to focus on a specific topic, then you point it out. Okay, so for example, my colleague pointed out the errors in my report. So maybe this person made some marks or circled the things that were incorrect or that needed to be changed. So here, this is when you point something out. Okay, and to open up. If you open up when you're talking to someone, it means that you reveal your thoughts or emotions. It means that you are honest, okay? So, for example, you should open up to your partner and tell him how you're feeling. So that means you should tell them exactly what you're thinking, don't hide your feelings, etc. Okay, and to cut off. If you cut someone off, it means that you interrupt them while they are speaking. So this is something that you want to avoid doing unless absolutely necessary, because it's kind of rude to interrupt someone if they're speaking. But in this example, Jerry had been talking for 10 minutes when our manager cut him off. So maybe they had gone over time or they needed to finish, so you had to cut someone off to tell them that they needed to finish what they were saying. Okay, so now that we've looked at the differences between say and tell, as well as some phrasal verbs for communication, I'm going to ask you some questions to practice, and you can write your answers in the comments. Okay, so write an example with say and tell. So if you can remember the difference, then try to think of a sentence, an example, and write it in the comments. Okay, my second question is, when was the last time that you spoke up in a meeting? Or maybe in a conversation with your friends, have you ever had to speak up about something, about a certain topic, something that you felt was wrong? If so, then tell me about that experience in the comments. Okay, so as you're writing your comments, let me tell you more about our course here at ABBA. We have a complete course from beginners to business level featuring 144 units. Each unit features a short film called our ABBA film. Then you watch a video class explaining the grammar, and we have other sections that are exercises to help you improve your English. So if you want to sign up with us, you can go to our website. There you can register to join millions of other students who are studying with us. If you register as a free student, you'll have access to all of the video classes, the grammar classes, as well as the first unit of each level. And then if you decide to go premium, this will give you access to all of our course content, and you'll be assigned a teacher like me who you can write to anytime you have a question. So it's a really good course that you can use to improve your English. If you study with us, it's really flexible as well, because you can study from your iPad, from your Mac, from your PC, from your smartphone. All of those devices save your progress. You can stop studying on one and pick up on the other one, so it's a very flexible way to study anywhere and anytime. And in addition to our course, we have many other resources available to you to practice. So we have our ABBA Journal, which is our blog. There you can find articles about grammar. You can find more information about say and tell, for example. You can also find articles about English for travel, English for business. So a lot of good information there. We are now on YouTube as well, so you can check out our YouTube classes, our Twitter page, and our Facebook page as well, and participate in our weekly live streaming classes. So you can also turn on your notifications on your Facebook page to get a reminder anytime we're live streaming. And that's going to be it for today. So I hope this class has been useful for you to review the differences between say and tell, and some phrasal verbs for communication. And I hope that you have enjoyed it and that you can join us next time. So I will check your comments throughout the day, so feel free to keep writing if you think of an example or a question that you want to ask. So thanks again for joining, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.